Hi, and thanks for joining me for this yoga practice. My name is Sarah, and I call it a yoga practice. It's really just going to be more of an ab workout, and then even practicing some harder things like handstands and forearm balance. But don't let that scare you. The only way you're ever going to do those things is if you just start practicing and just start trying. So, um, I hope that you stick with it and just do what you can. And I hope that you have a good time. So we'll just get started here. So you'll come with your feet together, knees together, and roll your spine all the way down. These are just some of my favorite ab exercises that I like to do every day. So with your feet together, you're going to press your low back into the floor, squeeze your knees together. As you exhale, you're going to come up. So make sure your stomach doesn't pooch out, but you're drawing your stomach in. Reach your arms forward, and we're just going to hold this for a few seconds here. You can put your hands behind your head if you need to. And now we're going to take our hands and tap our ankles. So left side, right side, that's 2. We're going to do 3, 4, 5, we're going to do 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then reach your palms up and reach your palms up towards the ceiling and squeeze your belly. Exhale, go down. So I'm just going to be very honest here. Like a lot of the ab exercises that I've learned are from a lady named Kino McGregor. She is one of my favorite yoga teachers. So these are just a lot of my favorite core exercises I've learned from her. So we're going to do that one again here. So exhale, lift your hands up. Remember, you can keep those hands behind your head. Make sure your belly doesn't pooch out. You can squeeze your butt, squeeze your legs together to help hold yourself in place. And we're going to do 10 left to right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Palms reach up, lift. Remember to breathe, don't hold your breath. Exhale, go down. We're going to do that one more time here. Really firing up the abs. So squeeze your butt, squeeze your knees together. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders off the ground. We'll hold for a few seconds, just right here. And then left side, right side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last time. Reach. You might not be so high this time, but just reach. Keep reaching. Exhale. Go down. I feel that in my abs. Hope you do too. Let's scoot down so maybe we can see past my cat. We're going to lift our legs up towards the ceiling. And your necks can be straight or bent. And hands by your hips. And you're just going to lift straight up. So we're going to do this at least 20 times, maybe 30. You do what you can do. Try to lift straight up and not just back. You want to go up, up. Really good for the low abs. Keep going up, 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 up. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Am I feeling it? I think we should do 10 more. 2, 3. You gotta have fun while you're working out. Otherwise, it's just something you have to get through. You should really enjoy it. That's why we do handstands and other fun things. So rest for a minute and kind of roll side to side. And actually, let's rock and roll all the way up. And we're going to come to our hands and knees. And we'll just come to plank here. And let's just be on our hands and knees for a moment just to warm up your wrists if you need to. So just letting some weight be on them so we don't injure them. And if at any point it gets to be too much from doing these movements from plank, just do them from your hands and knees, and you will still get benefits from it. So whenever you're ready, we're going to come to plank. So we'll step our legs back, squeeze your legs together, and your shoulders are over your wrists, gazes down towards the floor. I guess we'll just start out with holding plank. This is still core work here. Make sure your butt isn't up here, and also that's not dropped down, but you want your body in a straight line. So one more breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just to recover. I always like to shake my head out in down dog to release my neck. So we're going to come back to plank, and we're going to do something kind of hard. So walk your right foot in a little bit towards the center of the mat. Left leg lifts up. You come forward with the shoulders. Keep breathing. Make sure you're not back here, but you stay forward. Set that left foot down, left foot to the middle, right leg up. And take a few breaths here. Last one. Okay, downward facing dog. Release the neck. Stretch out the shoulders. I'll do that one more time here. So inhale, plank, right foot in, left leg up. You can be this high, you can be this high, but I want to make sure your shoulders stay forward. Let's switch sides. I'm gonna back out just a minute. It's really starting to burn in my shoulders. So that's why we're doing this. Don't run away from it. Remember, you can do this from the knees too. All right, set it down. Downward facing dog. I am feeling that in my shoulders. Alrighty, so let's come forward to sitting, and we are going to lift the legs, which I really like to do. My legs are actually, I think, on the bigger side. You may not think that, but I feel like that's true. So I like to keep them strong. So this is one of my favorite exercises. So it does also incorporate the abs. So I'm leaned a little bit back. You can keep your fingertips down or reach the arms forward, whatever you prefer. We're going to lift the left leg and keep it straight. So left leg lifts up and set it down. Same thing with the right leg. Right leg lifts and set it down. And we're going to alternate. So left leg, set it down. Right leg, set it down. You should feel this in your quad and then also in your abs. Left leg, right leg, left, right. Let's do a few more. Just because I really like to feel the burn. I'm feeling good today. Not every day is like this. You really just kind of gotta go with the flow. All right. This next set, we're gonna hold the left leg up. So left leg draws in, hold it up. Really focus on your abs. What are you feeling there? Can you draw in a little bit more? Can you draw this thigh bone back a little bit more? And set it down. Right leg, lift. And you want to try not to like round your back too much. But you really want to think of, instead of reaching forward towards the leg, that you're drawing the leg back towards you. Okay, I'll set it down. If you have any yoga blocks, you can use those for what we're going to do next. You can also use, I have a bookshelf here. You can use books. You can use even 2 chairs. But we are going to practice something called the L-sit. So our legs are straight. You have to move your butt out of the way. It's like lift any fleshy part of your butt and move it back. And you're going to lean over your legs. Let's start with activating the core while we're forward folded. So rest your hands down on each side of your feet and press into your legs and reach through your arms and really feel your core drawing in. You can feel that activation. It's like you're drawing your legs back as you're reaching forward. Okay, so as we're doing this, that's the activation that you want to have to be able to lift your legs off the ground. And I will tell you, I rarely am able to get my legs up off the ground. So if you can't do it, don't beat yourself up about it. It is very, very hard. This is something that you work towards. And if you can do it, then great. And if you can't do it, well, at least you believed in yourself enough to try. So there is that. All right, enough stalling. If you're using the blocks, you're going to place them just kind of back behind your knee, and that is also where you'd place your hands anyway. So whenever you lean forward, you have this 90-degree angle in your elbow, and whenever you lift up, you're going to send your hips back, so like back and up. So you'll bring your shoulders forward, and as you are pressing into the shoulders and pressing your arms straight, you're going to lift your hips back and up. So let's try it here. So we're just going to try it first by just doing one breath and then releasing. So inhale, exhale, press your shoulders straight, hips go back and up, and set it down. All right, so that is what we're going to do. I'm going to do it a few times here. So exhale forward, inhale, set up, exhale, hips back and up. We'll draw those legs into your stomach. Whew, hard to talk while you're doing that. I'm going to do it one more time, just like that. So lean forward. Remember to activate. Sometimes I forget. Activate. Activate your quads. Draw your belly in. And with all of that drawn in, exhale and press. And release. And let that be enough, whatever that was for you today. All right. So we will just do a shoulder stretch before we do these last few movements. So that would be kind of like the end of the core portion. And if you want to try some fun stuff, we'll do some forearm balance and some handstands. We'll stretch our shoulders first. So walk your hands forward with your thumbs touching. You're going to wrap your triceps like out. That's the back part of your upper arm. Now wrap it out and down. And if you can, you're moving your chest towards the floor. It may or may not touch. You can move it towards the floor. Or if it's not touching the floor, just hover. But try to just relax as much as you can. And we're just wanting a stretch in the shoulders. So that's all you really need here. This is also a back bend. But we really want that shoulder stretch more than anything. So if your chest is not on the ground, no need to focus on that. Just make sure that you feel the stretch in your shoulders. And we really do need to make sure the shoulders are nice and open. So really just relax here. All the times if we push and we push and we push into a stretch, then our body will grip more. So it's better to kind of back off to a place where you can feel a stretch and relax than to push so far into the stretch where you feel like, oh, my pose looks awesome, but you can't relax in it. All right, so we will come on out. And if you have a yoga block or if you have a book, you can do the same thing with the book. If it's a okay size. What I mean by that is you're going to take your fingies, your first fingy and your thumb, and you're going to put them on the block like this. Your elbows should be parallel, or your forearm should be parallel, and your elbows right under your shoulders as you go into this. And we're going to come into dolphin first, so tuck your toes under and walk your feet in. And we'll just stretch our shoulders one more time here. So drop your head down and look at your toes. Press into your forearms. Press into your elbows. Shake your head out. So this is our dolphin pose. And we're going to just try, forearm stand. So it's easy with the block here because your hands, they'll kind of want to come together. If the block's not there and we don't want that, we want our hands to stay spread out, and we want our forearms to stay parallel, and we want our elbows to stay in place where they are. So that's what the block is helping us do. So we'll come to our dolphin. For this one, we're going to look forward towards our thumbs and come up to the ball of your left foot. Right leg lifts up and back. And you're just going to lean into your shoulders as much as you can. This is the limit for me. And whenever you've gotten there, you can either tip in or take a few hops towards forearm stand. You want to get the hips above your torso. And I'm using my legs kind of like a little counterbalance here. So you can do that. You can bring your legs together. It's hard. It's a really hard pose. It's just fun to practice. It's taken me a long, long time to even get here, and I still struggle with it. Let's try the other side here. So we'll come. Feel free to take a break if you need to. Just for time's sake, I'm going to keep going. But if I were not filming this, I would definitely be taking a break. So we'll come in, walk our feet in, left leg lifts. You want to get that left leg as high as you can before you start to kick, because it's really so much more about tipping in. If I were able to just tip in instead of kicking, oh God. If I were able to just tip in instead of kicking, I would love it. And that's what I work towards, but I'm not quite there yet. So I have to kick. Whenever you kick, you try not to kick forward. Don't do that. You want to think about kicking up. So that leg that's lifted, even though I know I bring it forward, you don't really want to do that. You want to think about kicking it up. That way you don't fall forward. That way you can really control the entering the pose from the core of your body. So that is something for you to work on. We are going to go into the last little bit here, which is handstand practice. To start, we're going to do something called the handstand plank. So your feet are hips width apart, your palms shoulder width apart, and you're going to lean your weight forward over your palms, and you just start here. So bringing some weight forward, trying to catch my breath here, sorry. And you're going to go down into your shoulders. So what I mean by that is you're dropping your chest forward as your shoulder blades move back. So you should feel that in your shoulders. So drop your chest forward, but your shoulder blades pull back. So it's they are supporting you as you move forward and down. So we'll just hold this here, and you should feel this in your shoulders. You're moving your shoulders back and down as the chest goes forward. We're going to come out. You can shake out your wrists if you need to. So that's just preparing you for the shoulder position that you'll need. Shake out your wrists if you need to. We're going to do 2 different kinds of handstands, and then we'll be done. So the first one we're going to do is we'll just do a kick into a handstand with one knee into the chest and one leg up. We'll see how that goes here. I used to always practice with the wall, but now I actually kind of prefer to practice in an area with enough space for me to fall safely. That way I can really practice the pose, balancing in it, and feeling like I have plenty of room to fall down. That's not exactly the case here, but this is what I'm working with. So I feel safe enough. So I'm going to stop jibber jabbering. Let's do this. Okay. Whenever you're coming into a handstand, same thing. You don't want to kick forward. You're thinking about kicking your leg up. So Whenever you are coming into a handstand, I'm going to start with my right leg forward. So hands are shoulder distance apart. I'm going to step my right foot in. And whenever I'm stepping up, it's like I'm just stepping onto my hands. So I'm really not just like thinking about even coming into a handstand or shooting my leg forward. I'm really just thinking I'm stepping my body up onto my hands. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But we're going to try it here. So with our arms straight, you can start with either your right or your left foot. I'm going to walk my right foot in, step up onto my hands. So right foot in, onto the hands. So my left leg goes straight up. My right knee will come into my chest. So right foot in, onto the hands. Let's do the other side. So you'll inhale as you're kicking up. So left foot in, onto the hands. One side may feel different than the other. Left foot in, onto the hands. Last time. And if you get it, we'll press your arms straight. You'll press your arms straight. Draw that bent knee into your chest. Whenever you are coming into a handstand, I find that one of the best things to practice, one of the things that is so important, so helpful, to make sure that you're getting into your shoulders, like we practiced with that handstand plank, and that your hips are above your shoulders while you're in that position. So, like, for example, whenever I was just kicking up, I was not getting my hips high enough. You see how far back my hips are above where my wrist and my shoulders and everything should be stacked up? That is, whenever you do that, that's why you kick so far forward, because you kind of like have this distance, this gap that you have to close to get your hips above your shoulders. But that's why if you think you stepping as much forward in as you can, stacking those hips over the shoulders and lifting up instead of forward. Let's try it one more time with whichever side you prefer. I'm going to try my right side forward. So I'm going to step our right leg in. So you have to be a little brave to say, I'm going to go a little bit more forward into my shoulders. Last time here, 3 tries. So right knee draws in. Press your arms straight. And if you stuck it, I'll do something kind of fun. We'll bend our elbows. Just for fun. Or you can come down regularly. All right, I hear my baby up, so I have to really wrap this up super quick. I'm talking a lot anyway. We're going to do one last thing. It's called the handstand tuck. It's pretty fun. So you'll come into a little squat. Hands are forward. Again, you want to kind of set up like you were for your handstand plank. So come up onto your toes and make sure that you are close enough that you can do this position here. So you're on your toes with your belly drawn in and your arms straight. So that's where you want to be. That way, whenever you kick, you won't have to kick so far forward. You're just more kicking up. So with the handstand tuck, our knees will stay bent, and we'll jump our hips over our shoulders. So for this one, we'll just do 5 tries. Inhale as you jump up, and if you get up, then you'll press your arms straight, suck the belly in, and hold it, for a few breaths. So here we go. All right. So I like to start like this, and then bend my knees, and then jump up and come down. Inhale. And if you get it, then your hips are over your shoulders, arms are straight, draw your knees in together, look down at the floor, and you can exhale, slowly come down. Whew. I hope that you had fun today. I hope you learned something new. I will keep posting videos. I really appreciate you tuning in, and Hope you have a great day.